Hello. Today we're going to introduce Lesson 7, the first lesson of the last unit, Presentations. In the first part of the lesson, we'll look at how to give a professional presentation. Say you've just written a paper on an important topic and you want or need to present it to your classmates. Obviously, you cannot discuss everything that your paper covers, just as you cannot discuss everything in your paper that your research uncovers. We will look at how to use presentations to highlight the key points of your ideas and how the research that supports your ideas. Presentation skills are extremely useful both in and outside of the classroom. We'll consider how, in a company, a confident presenter is able to inform and promote an idea with no trouble at all. So, an introduction to a presentation. The lesson will explain how a good introduction in delivering your presentation is extremely important. For this, the first 5 to 10 minutes will set the stage for the rest of your talk. We go on to explain how you should start your presentation. For example, give a brief explanation of your topic, just a little longer than the title of your talk. Don't give away the secret of your presentation, but whet their appetite. How do we welcome the audience? It's a basic courtesy to greet someone when you or they walk into the room, and it's no different on stage. We will cover how to welcome your audience and what to look for. How do we introduce ourselves and the topic? Sometimes a self-introduction is not as easy as it looks, especially in a short amount of time. There are 3 tips to help anyone facing this problem. More on this later. Dealing with nerves. The lesson continues with how to deal with the fear of the audience laughing at you and not listening to you. It's very high in the top 10 of the most feared things for most of us. Together, we will learn that anyone can master the ways of the fearless one, he who stands on stage with no fear. Next, we'll discuss the topic you are covering. How did you choose a topic title? Maybe, as a student, you don't care and you just want to pull the title out of a hat. However, spending some time on coming up with a well-written title just may be the reason why your audience curiosity is coming to listen to your talk. Body language. This lesson considers how to best present yourself. Do you notice the way you lean against the podium when you talk on stage? This section covers the key points about body posture and how it can influence the way an audience sees you. Let's learn how to get comfortable on the stage. Moving on. 2. Presenting to an English-speaking audience. Presenting to an English-speaking audience is easy. We will explain how to use common phrases in English like, let's get the ball rolling. Now, the body of your presentation. The lesson goes on to explain how the main body is the part of the presentation between your introduction and your conclusion. It's the longest part of the presentation, and its purpose is to get your key points across. How do we come up with the key points? How can you organize the sequence of these points? Let's watch the lesson and find out. We'll cover presentation tools. Tools. What do we think about tools? The first thing we think about is how do we use them? Where is the tutorial on YouTube? And where is the user manual? Tools include programs and computer accessories like laser pointers and clickers, etc. Together we will learn the different types of programs and how they should be used. Also, the tools that make the presentation that much better. How do we use approximations? The lesson considers how in everyday English we need a rough amount to illustrate the number we are trying to convey, so we use an approximation. What are approximations? We'll see later. How do we create amazing visuals? Think billboards, massive billboards on the highway. They're designed to get their message across to the audience in about 3 seconds. So what does this have to do with visuals, you may ask? The lesson will explain. This part will also cover symbols and copyright issues when looking for pictures or videos. And finally, presenting amazing visuals. How can we ensure the story sounds great? Well, thankfully, we have visuals. It's true that a picture speaks louder than words. By the end of this lesson, you'll have mastered the first stage in producing a fantastic presentation with ease. As Kevin says, stay cool and let's get started.